Hi everyone, I'm Monica, and welcome back to another Navy webcast. Looking for anything but a 9-to-5 job? Don't want to spend your days pushing a pencil? Today you're going to meet a woman who can be parachuting, diving, and helping disarm explosives all in the same day. Please welcome Mineman First Class Rachel Cassidy. Thanks for coming to the show.
Thanks for having me, Monica. You can call me Rachel.
Okay, Rachel, what is your current job?
I'm an explosive ordnance disposal technician. I'm the leading petty officer for Detachment 24 at EOD Mobile Unit 2.
Wow, that sounds very interesting. So, are you getting ready to deploy somewhere?
We're always preparing to deploy. When and where is classified, but yes.
And what kind of skills do you need?
As an EOD technician, you need to be able to dive, handle all different types of ordnance, parachute.
Wow.
You also need tactical skills, shooting, driving. But the most important skill is that you're able to keep yourself and others safe while you're doing your job.
That's amazing. So what made you get into becoming an EOD?
During 9/11, I was actually in an entirely different job in the Navy. And as I saw the events sort of unfold on the television, I felt like I needed to be, a more direct part of the effort against terrorism. And I wanted to be more on the front lines and help secure, the United States against something like that happening in the future.
Wow, well, good for you. What kind of ordnance are you trained to handle?
We're trained to handle all type, conventional ordnance, which is like rockets, missiles, grenades, things like that. Then nuclear, chemical, biological, and also underwater ordnance, which is specific to the Navy. We dive, we do searches underneath the hulls of ships for any mines that might have been placed there by an enemy swimmer. We do dives on mines out that were placed in waterways and out in the ocean.
Oh my gosh, wow. So it's never a dull day.
Definitely not.
So you probably have to dress for the occasion, I imagine. What kind of gear would you wear?
Typically I'd wear a uniform like I have on now, but I'd have also have a body armor on over that. And I'd carry, depends on what the mission was that day, but various tools. I'd have a gas mask, a first aid kit, night vision goggles, wire cutters, anything that I might need to respond. And then once I arrived on site, depending on how the scenario would go, I might have to dress out in a bomb suit.
Okay. So give us an example of a site that you've been called to work on.
Recently, I was sent to Mississippi to do Secret Service support. The president was coming to speak to the employees at a factory there. And so as team leader, I was assigned to clear a large part of the production plant.
Oh my
and
gosh.
When we clear a building, we make sure that there aren't any unfamiliar packages or items that are suspicious. We work with the bomb sniffing dogs and go around the building and make sure that the building is safe for the president to come and visit from floor to ceiling.
So did you get a chance to meet the president?
I was working, so no, but I did see him, really up close when he went to speak to the employees.
Wow, that's amazing. How cool. Well, it doesn't sound like there's any dull moments in your career.
No.
So when your team is on call, when do you know that you have to blow an ordnance up?
Blowing the ordnance item in place is the preferred method of disposal. Sometimes it's required that we move the item to a different location before we blow it up, and we have robots and things that we use to try to do it in the safest manner possible.
To transfer the...
Yes, to transfer the item to a more remote location where we can blow it up.
Okay. So when did you decide to join the Navy, Rachel?
It was in September of '98. I was in a technical college studying electrical engineering. I was working 2 jobs trying to pay my tuition, and to make matters worse, I wasn't even sure that electrical engineering was something that I was really interested in.
Okay.
So, I looked into what the Navy had to offer, and, they gave me $30,000 as a Navy college fund.
Wow.
I also got the Montgomery GI Bill, and the paycheck looked pretty good, and I was working in a fast food restaurant, so it just seemed like the right decision for me, and it was. I mean, it's been an amazing 7 years.
So what was going through your mind when you arrived at recruit training?
I was scared. I was wondering if I had made the right decision, wondering what I had got myself into. But it turned out to be not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, it was challenging, but you're there with, you know, literally hundreds of other people going through the same thing. You know, you have plenty of people to support you and encourage you. And
So you're not going through it alone.
exactly, yes.
Okay. Now, at what point did you know that you had made the right decision?
I knew before I joined that it was going to be the right decision for me.
Really?
But I think what really sold me was when I went to my first technical school, and I learned more probably in the first month than I had learned in 3 semesters of college.
Wow.
And I thought, wow, you know, this training is amazing. And it was free, so, I mean.
Yeah. Get the best of both worlds.
Yes.
Did you know that you wanted to work with ordnance when you joined?
No, I didn't even really realize that it was available to me at the time. I went into electronics background because I had kind of went over that in college a little bit. And then once I learned more and more about what the Navy had to offer, I was like, wow, you know, this is an amazing job. And women are allowed to do it. So, you know, I signed up immediately for that. And they let me cross-train over and become an EOD technician.
What do you like most about your job?
I have to say that, you know, no 2 days are alike. I mean, one day you might be, you know, diving underneath a ship. Another day you're jumping out of an airplane. You're doing Secret Service support. You're working on bombs. I mean, every day is different. Every day is challenging.
Wow. Now, how have these responsibilities helped for you to grow as a person?
They've helped me become more confident, more focused. I know now exactly what I want to do with my life. And, you know, it's helped develop me as a person, and I've developed some leadership skills that are invaluable.
Now, have you gotten the chance to travel as well, I imagine?
Yes, I've been all over Europe, gone to France, Italy, Spain, Greece. I've gone to several different countries in the Middle East. I've been to Bahrain, Dubai. I've been all over the Caribbean,
Wow.
all over the United States.
So which would you say is your favorite place?
For me, my favorite trip was a trip I took to Paris, France. I love to shop, and the shopping was amazing. I got to see the Eiffel Tower. I went to the Louvre. It was an amazing experience. And that's something that I wouldn't have been able to do on my own.
So as a first-class petty officer, what types of advancement opportunities are available?
Right now, I'll be eligible to make Chief Petty Officer in about a year, but I'm also pursuing a commissioning as an officer.
Okay.
So there's a lot of different programs in place to make that happen.
Okay. Now, when you say commissioning as an officer, can you go into a little bit more detail? What exactly does that mean?
Right, there's programs in the Navy, like the Seaman to Admiral program, that you can apply for, and if you're picked up, they will still pay your paycheck that you get now while you go to college, and they pay full tuition and
Nice.
board and everything. And so then once you get your degree, you'll be commissioned as an officer.
Okay. Sounds great.
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, Rachel, it looks like we have run out of time. But in closing, is there any advice that you would give to viewers out there who might be considering a career in the Navy themselves?
I would say, you know, no matter what you want to do with your life, look at what the Navy has to offer you. It's a solid place to start. I love my job. I mean, I get to dive, parachute, blow things up every day, and I earn good money, and I go to college for free. So, I mean, it was definitely the right choice for me.
Very well put. Well, I wish you the best of luck on your deployment and best wishes in getting your promotion.
Thank you.
Next month, we will be speaking with another Navy guest and hear all about his or her career in the Navy. So be sure to stay tuned. I'm Monica, letting you know that if you would like to do more with your business day than most people do in a lifetime, receive all the adventure that goes along with travel and training, achieve some amazing skills and the experience you can build on, then the Navy could be just the place for you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.